Come on.
Niggas don't jack, yo, and let me tell y'all something. We don't jack rats at all, nigga. This the first rat that we jacking, you heard? Gangster. No funny shit. Word my mother though. Yeah, but what you topic, yo, before the video shoot, word to my mother. Yo, word to my mother, let me tell y'all something. Before video shoot, niggas don't jack, yo, and let me tell y'all something. We don't jack rats at all, nigga. This the first rat that we jacking, you heard? Gangster. No funny shit.
Hold on, Unruly. Hold on. I'm going to open up the panel in 20 minutes after I get through the gist of this. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm going to open up the panel. You know what I mean? I know I just said that, but I'm automatically going to get thrown off topic. So come back in 15 minutes, baby girl, or just stay there and I'm going to pull you up in a second.
Word my mother, though? Yeah, but what you mean by that? Let me tell you something. Hold on, because they going to get us up. We don't jack rats at all. This is the first rat that we jacking, so we... All right. No, because that's what niggas.
What you laughing at, Hassan?
No, but it came out of your mouth.
This is y'all man. So all y'all motherfuckers that be rocking with these cats, man, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Some of y'all never got told on, and y'all just hating rats. It's just some cool shit for you to do. That might just be cool, because in your reality, right? 90% of you niggas told on your own self. So sit your clown ass down, man, and pay attention.
All right. Basically, niggas is saying that he's. We know what they say. All right. I said what I say.
We're going to start with these young niggas, but we're going to go to the old niggas.
No, I spoke already on how I felt.
Let me help you a little bit, right? See, here's my thing.
I'm just telling y'all that it was a rat. I gave a rat a 5 before the video. He was inside the hood and nobody. You know what's crazy though? It's not. It's rats out here. I'm not saying I fuck with that rat. This rat is not my age or nothing. This is an older nigga that ratted like in the hood. He's like he's not even in my. You feel me? That's an old head, bro.
You see the mentality? We're gonna start here, but we're gonna go somewhere else.
And that nigga in the hood regular, like this is the thing, it's regular. Like niggas really give him a 5, nigga be outside, like he's chilling regular. You feel me? Like this is regular. So don't act like I did something wrong now. This shit regular. And probably if niggas wasn't never allowing that.
So what you saying is this: you've been walking by an old head that the neighborhood knows a rat,
yes.
And the older niggas ain't doing nothing about it.
No, not older niggas.
They both was in. Now I just listened to Wack. Yo, Wack, how the fuck did I was just on Clubhouse, Unruly and Shaw Banks, was up on this joint, right? How he's just up on this shit, and I'm hearing nigga talking this Pyru shit. If to my understanding, Pyru is blood. Where the fuck, like, I don't, you know what? That's just like the Latin King nigga. Let's just keep it real. You know what I'm saying? And I know people hate when I start talking about, but it is the truth, nigga. You should have never did no motherfucking video on me, you bitch ass nigga. The Latin King nigga. You know that shit is forbidden for you to be up on YouTube telling y'all secrets, nigga. Come on, man. You never saw a body. Disgusting New York motherfuckers.
Nobody doing enough. Nobody that stand
and Cali niggas.
Why this nigga still outside?
Selective politics.
So it's
selective
like,
politics.
I'm not even gonna talk too much, you heard? That's it.
Let me say this, right? Let me say this, right? If there was no money involved, would you have allowed him to come to the project?
Look at this shit. Your man right there. Look at your man. Rat jacking at his finest. Right? Y'all act like y'all don't see this, right? Why some of these motherfuckers that be supporting these niggas run the fuck up out of here quick fast. Quick fast with your bitch ass. Now, a rat, let me explain something about a rat, right? A motherfucker that'll record your conversations, right? Without you knowing that the nigga recording your conversations, my nigga, is some woman shit or some rat shit. When you from the streets, my nigga, we call it rat shit. Fuck is you, why is you recording the nigga phone conversation? You recording the whole, this nigga was recording, right there he was recording. The nigga was recording, he probably had them Google glasses on, recording this whole motherfucking shit. This nigga probably recorded his own kids and his own wife. This nigga recorded his own self. Just in case he rat on his, just in case later on he could rat on his own self. Now, Wack, I don't understand, Wack, I don't understand why you're asking this next question like basically niggas is moving the goalposts. You moving the goalposts too because you got them up on the platform with academics.
That you shoot your video. That's what he's asking.
Yes. What? Whatever I want. Oh, you talking about ever? Like, yeah.
If you weren't gonna get no benefit from it, would you be like, yo, let's pull up to the
If I want to. Okay. That's how real it is, nigga.
Shakira said it. I think, you know what I'm saying? You niggas will hug anybody nuts. New York niggas, the most famous rap motherfuckers is coming out of New York, man. Y'all hate when the West Coast niggas say it. Let me let y'all know something, right? It's a fact. And it's not just because it's the biggest city or no shit like that. Because New York ain't the biggest city. But New York got the highest concentration of motherfucking rats and rat lovers. Let's keep it 100. Some of y'all been co-signing these. I've been watching y'all. Now, somebody asked me earlier, you know what I'm saying? Did I see what happened with St. Laz and, you know what I'm saying, and all this, and they was calling St. Laz a rat. I don't know. Listen, I heard St. Laz said that he signed into PC. I didn't hear him say that he ratted on nobody. Now, I know I'm not justifying what he said. I'm just making a clarification of what the fuck he said. I listened very clearly, all right? And I heard the story of what he said, all right? Y'all want to know if the nigga ratted on somebody? Go ask him yourself.
Telling y'all, like, if I want to, whatever I want to do, I could do. He could come back again. No funny shit. And it's not even no and I ain't gonna do that because no funny shit. I don't want niggas saying protection shit. We did this without no protection. Word to my mother. Word to all my dad bros. There was no security, nigga.
Listen, the reason why I said that.
I'm talking about for niggas inside my hood. For niggas in my hood.
Like Clubhouse. One mic. By the way, I see the gangsters in the...
I don't want nobody else to feel offended on it. This is for niggas.
I see the gangsters in the back. Hold on. Yo, you, then you.
By population, yes. Not by size.
6ix9ine, the reason why I'm asking that, because me and you both know.
Hey, yo, what's mom? It's your boy.
It actually goes from New York to Los Angeles to like I think Houston or and then Chicago, some shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Hold on for a second. Hold on, puto. All right. First on the list, the lady killer, Brian GLAZE GIBBS. All right. Let me show y'all something real quick. Salute to everybody that pulled up. You know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody up in here. It says right here. I can read. All right. I'm going to show y'all some shit with Alpo too. I'll show y'all some real. And some of y'all seen it, but y'all only pay attention to what you want to pay attention to. I pay attention to it all. I watch it all. Especially when it got something to do with me. All right. It says right here. Brian, the lady killer, GLAZE GIBBS, the nigga that like killing women. Brian GLAZE GIBBS was one of the most feared men walking the streets of New York in 1980s. The former top goon talks about a life of crime, his book Beyond Lucky and much more. During the 80s, New York had no shortage of gangsters. This was Fat Cat's man, all right? Now, they did an interview with this cat, right? Says, you know what? He says, you know what? Even as you have time to reflect back on life, even the title of my book, Beyond Luck, I feel that it is an inappropriate title. I'm not beyond luck, right? I'm beyond blessed because I escaped that lifestyle. Anyway, it says, you committed your first robbery when you was 13 years old. For most, becoming a teenager is somewhat of a transitional period and a scary period because, nigga, listen, man, these motherfuckers is coming out trying to be book writers and all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? After they done told on a slew of motherfuckers, done put half of the city down. What's up, Unruly? How you feeling?
What's up, Mac?
Ain't shit, man. We checking these rats out. You know what I'm saying? This rat jacking out here. Right?
Yeah, this nigga, another rat club. Wait, I'm gonna let you get into that, and then we gonna get into the clubhouse rats. I'm gonna let you get into that.
All right.
So I'm gonna just go right back on mute, and then we're gonna get into the clubhouse rats. Give me a minute.
Okay, what was it like? You wanted to be down? You wanted to be cool? It says, it wasn't like anything. It was be a part of your day-to-day actions. Monkey see, monkey do. You want to be down. You want to be cool. So you want to be it, right? So the only thing you're doing is following the leader. There's nothing extraordinary about that. No, you're not just following the leader when you're a killer, my nigga. When you're a killer, that's a specific. Like you following the leader when niggas is selling drugs and getting money and shit like that. You ain't no follow the leader when you're a killer. That's a specific type of thing right there, man. You know, you don't just grow up a killer. You don't just see a motherfucker kill somebody and then all of a sudden you with the shit too. That's not how it operates, right? I'm gonna show y'all something real quick, right? But before I get there, I want to say this, right? Niggas like what's that nigga name that call us that got that channel and he says it's Alpoology? That kid that keeps Alpo Martinez alive. Y'all be talking this kill all rat shit, you know what I'm saying? And then y'all live around them for mad years, co-sign them. Now they all on the internet, and you niggas eat a dick to be next to these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like literally. I watch all of you motherfuckers do the same shit and then talk about how you hate rats. How you hate rats? You don't hate rats. You love rats. I always tell y'all, man, this ain't just a criminal type of mentality. This ain't no criminal thing. Like cops don't even like rats. You know what I'm saying? And that's a whole fact. I'm gonna tell you why cops don't like rats, right? Because cops do dirty shit too. You feel me? And they got some shit. It's called the blue wall of silence. You feel me? Look like the cops is doing a better job of, you know what I'm saying? Not ratting than you motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Why you think they so quick to expose y'all when y'all do rat? Did you ever ask yourself that? Like, why would the cop expose me like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. I just did y'all a favor and put everybody in jail. And now you're gonna put me out there? In this joint, Alpo talks about how AZIE knew he killed Rich Porter.
Maybe I'm a criminal. Maybe I'm just like the world.
Now, mind y'all,
Maybe I ain't good at all.
I know some of y'all seen this because I already showed this maybe a year ago. But I did a few stories. I did a story on AZIE. I did a story. Well, it wasn't about AZIE. It was about the niggas that shot AZIE ass. Right? Now, that whole movie, Paid in Full, was made off of AZIE's account of what happened back then. You know what I'm saying? Dame Dash and AZIE got together. You know what I'm saying? And they're not even friends now, based off of, you know, all the politics that happened with that shit. You know what I mean? But for money, he went and told that story. And that's a fact, Jason. Right? You want the money so bad. Let's talk about this rat right here. It's the nigga that killed his homeboy.
Right now I'm going to meet my little brother, Troy Reed. We're going to have some conversation about some stuff we've been talking about with each other for 15 years.
And this was the foulest thing a nigga could do. After all of that ratting that Alpo did, right? Alpo sat in jail all those years. All these niggas that was talking about they hated Alpo. AZIE hated Alpo. Everybody hated Alpo. Alpo came home and lived his very best life in New York City. Partied with you niggas. Showed up. Popped out with you niggas. Did his thing. Y'all loved him. Some of y'all was crying. Some of y'all was crying when this nigga died. Like the dude that do the Alpoology show. Try to come at me one time and call me a motherfucking rat. How dare you call me a rat when we got you on camera telling on a nigga after niggas beat your ass in the mall, bro? Niggas caught your ass slipping in the mall and whooped your big ass out. They beat you bloody. They put Band-Aids all over your face, literally. I showed that video too. And then you turn around and call me a motherfucking rat after I got 20 years for niggas telling on me? Nah, we gonna talk about this.
In prison, and now we get to talk about it. I get to talk about it as a free man.
Maybe I'm just like the world. Maybe I ain't good at all. Maybe cause the system stole my soul. I'm moving like a criminal.
Hold on. Do you mind taking me on the tour exactly of where it happened, how it happened? No. You know, it kind of walked into it.
Right? Come home, do the interview. Big shout out to Troy Reed, because that's my dude. But took Troy Reed to the spot where he dropped off Rich Porter's body, bro. This is where you gonna take him. You're gonna show him where he put Rich Porter after. You know, and some people might thought that was some gangster shit. But think about the family. Think about the family for 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second, right? Think about the family of Rich Porter. Think about the people that fuck with him, that love him, and all that. You know what I'm saying? How they felt. But to Poe, this just was some cool shit to do. This was just a part of the, you know what I mean? Fuck it. I did all that time in jail, and this is the best contribution I could give y'all to this whole fucking operation, is show you where I buried Rich Porter's body in this video.
Right here where I was meeting Rich that night. And I pulled up right here. He got into the van right here. And once he got into the van, I knew I had to lock. I locked the doors. And as I was pulling off, I was asking him, because it didn't take long after I pulled off. I was asking him like, "Yo, Rich, where did you get that coat from, man? That shit was good." Because I wanted to make him comfortable. That shit was good as a motherfucker. He's like, "I got it from my connect." So yeah. So from there, I knew he was lying. I turned to my little man. I gave him the nod. Once I gave him the nod, my little man spent, because he was short, so he could stand up in the van. Next thing you heard was the 2 gunshots. Bang, bang. Richard slumped over. And it happened. It happened right here.
This shit is crazy. This is crazy.
At this light, it happened. I'm saying, in my mind, I'm saying to my little man, yo, he's dead.
Wow.
He just got hit with a 357. Twice. The only sound I heard was, you know, him releasing his breath, his last breath. So I'm assuming that he's dead, and I need to find a place to put his, you know, leave his body.
Dirty motherfucker. This is the nigga that y'all was fucking with. This is the nigga that y'all was up on this YouTube shit co-signing. This is the shit that y'all was co-signing. Make no mistake about it. Like I told you, man, not even the police like rats. I bet the police was celebrating when this nigga died too. You feel me?
No, they was crying at the funeral. They sure was, Mac. Some of them was, literally. Like, if you could turn around on 25th and look, you could see niggas had, like, NYPD officers wiping their eyes and shit. I'm like, is this shit serious? But then, he's a good dude on the other side. He helped me. I'll send you the video. He helped me. We was at New Year's, and we was throwing firecrackers, and you know how everything be in the street, and some lady house caught on fire. Me, Alpo, and 2 other people ran upstairs to the 18th floor on 103rd Street and 1st Avenue and took out the fire for that lady in her crib.
Yeah, but right.
I didn't even know it was him until me. I know Spanish fluently, so as I'm talking to the lady, he jumps in, and I'm like, "Yo, bro!" Like, so the nigga like, "Nah, Al, let her handle it." So I'm like, "Al," I turned around like, "Al, oh, I'm going downstairs." He's like, "All right, shorty, thank you for it," and I just left. I just went downstairs. I ain't even saying that. I just gave the lady a hug and just went downstairs.
Nah, a lot of people. Let me tell you something, right? From what I understand, right? Niggas was celebrating when this nigga died. That nigga.
Some people was. Yes, that's a fact, man. Yes,
A
that
lot of
is.
motherfuckers, a lot of people that I know personally was out there celebrating their asses off. You gotta remember, I lived on 149th between 7th and 8th for mad years. That's my hood. Where he got shot at, that was on the corner of my block. I got stabbed up on that same block. I almost died on that block. So I know that block very good. And he was up. I'm like, I just want to finish. I want to show this. I want to show that the same motherfucker that niggas was out here trusting, this nigga would have chewed through his own mama's body to get up out of some shit. Anybody that kill their own friend, right? Rat on anybody. You know what I mean? Like you cannot trust a nigga like that. And not only a nigga that will kill you, but to get somebody to buck you too. Because if I'm not around, I'll get somebody to pay somebody to kill your ass, knock you off. And sometimes it ain't even all about business. Sometimes it's all about just wanting to get ahead, man.
Anyone seeing me and seeing the van or just so.
Now that police station, Benzo, is actually an auxiliary police station. That police station, I never really seen police in that shit. I never really seen cops sitting up in that auxiliary police station where he got shot at.
The only place I can think of, and just driving it, and it's just so funny. I'm saying City Island, but I'm not even sure if I wanted City Island. But I just knew I wanted to get off the streets and get onto a highway.
How did you feel? Was you mad? Was you angry? Like, what was going on in your head?
I was very mad. I just killed a nigga that I loved, a nigga that I was getting money with, a nigga that I called my brother.
See, by his own admission, that's what he said. By his own admission, that was his friend. See, I'm not putting these words in Poe's mouth. This is how Poe viewed him. And look at Poe's face as he's going. You could even see that Poe was having second thoughts about what he was doing. Because sometimes, let me tell you something about this internet, man. Something about this internet is so seductive to motherfuckers that want to be seen. And you got to think about it. What was Alpo and them known for? Huh? What was they known for? For being flashy, for being wanting to be seen. Let's keep it 100. I know people got mad love for Rich and all, but let me tell y'all something, right? Rich and them wasn't the only niggas in New York getting money. There was mad other people that was just the same age as them getting crazy more money, staying quiet. Some of them niggas was loud as a motherfucker, like Boy George. You know what I'm saying? Nobody could really say he dead. No blood, no funeral. I don't know. I know this is foul.
We kept driving this way, and until I can find a remote spot to leave the body.
How many times do you tell the story?
Go around this turn right here. Yeah, loop it real quick. It was somewhere over here. So I pulled over like right here, just threw the van up on as close as I can to the rail. Once I pulled over, my little man, Gary's probably like 5'3", 1 something. So I'm trying to stay behind this. I'm trying to stay behind the steering wheel. I'm trying to stay in the driver's seat just in case we got to pull off, and have him go dump the body. But when he went to go try to get Rich out the car, he couldn't pick him up. He couldn't pick him up. Rich was bigger than him, so he couldn't move him to put him in the woods and all that. So now I had to get out the van to go help him. And when I went to go help him, Richard made a sound. So that shit startled me. Like, oh shit, he's still alive. So I grabbed the gun. I grabbed the gun from my little man and put one in his head. And then I had to pick him up.
Crazy.
I had to pick him up. And
that's foul. Just hearing it and having them having to relive that shit was all nasty. All nasty work. All nasty. My boy Yuckmouth in the building. You know what I'm saying?
Mac, what up?
What's good, Yuck?
Oh man, just check you out, man. You text me and shit says you need me to tap in tonight, man. I see you talking about it, man. We gotta
Man,
start from the beginning though, man. You're getting too far. You know what I mean? We gotta start with the Mafia, my nigga, Sammy the
okay,
Bull Gravano, and
okay, okay,
all them dudes that was rat in the Mafia. You feel me? Then you go, you know what I mean, to the untouchable. You know what I mean, to the dude that came to court with the KKK mask on. You know, snitching on everybody that they made the movie about. The American, what it's called?
okay.
That what's the name? The dude that snitched. The snitched on God damn, he is mad because niggas is fucking on his bitch. So he snitched on the squad. What's his name? The black guy,
Um,
untouchable. What was his name?
you talking about Fat
What?
Cat?
Not Fat Cat, man. The nigga, the old nigga, man. Denzel Washington played the movie. American what?
Oh, Frank Lucas.
Frank Lucas, but who snitched on him? The nigga that was the nigga that went to court with the mask on, the untouchable. What's his name?
Nicky
The
Barnes.
Nicky fucking Barnes, my nigga. So you got to go way back there. See, I know niggas want to talk about the rappers and shit. Oh, TEKASHI. Nah, we got to start with the Mafia. Then you got to start with the prohibition niggas, the black, the niggas that was doing the numbers and shit, the Nicky Barnes and them niggas like that. So it started way back, and these are legendary gangsters. So when you say that New York is the snitch capital, it started way back before, you know what I mean, all this gangster shit was even super popular. You know what I mean? As far as gangster rap, you know what I mean? Gangster, real gangster shit in the streets. This one niggas was catching, you know what I mean? Taking down whole motherfucking mafias and crews and shit, you know what I mean? For running their mouth. So it started way back, my nigga. We can't even talk about these rap niggas, you know?
Okay, so let's read this real quick, right? It says here, right? Okay, check this out. Boom. The only logical reason was in 1991, the federal prosecutor gearing up for a second murder trial on John Gotti in 4 years had gotten word that the Gambino's crime boss, his underling and co-defendant, wanted to meet without his lawyer. The only logical reason was that Gravano was ready to flip and testify against the Dapper Don. That, however, epic betrayal of the Mafia's code of silence and the most devastating blow ever delivered to organized crime, given that no one even close to Gravano's level of power had ever deal with prosecutors before, especially a nigga with 19 murders, right? But the U.S. District Attorney Gleason, the top mob buster in Brooklyn, was concerned that if Gotti got wind of a meeting with his hitman underboss, Gravano would be targeted for death. So the prosecutor arranged a secret powwow, right, to see what Gravano had to say. They met privately in the jury room at the federal courthouse in downtown Brooklyn. After shaking hands, Gravano got right to the point. I want to jump from our government to your government, he said. And now the DA asked him why. I think if we manage to beat the case, John would try to kill me when we hit the street. So if we do win, I'd have to kill him or be killed by him. If I kill him, I'll have to kill his brothers, Gene and Pete, and his kid, probably some others too. It would get complicated. Now, here's another motherfucker that said he loved somebody and was ready to tell and had a reason behind motherfucking telling. I don't understand how all these motherfucking rats, you know what I mean, like end up telling, and then they have a reason why they told. I don't understand what's the reason. I thought it was you live by the code, you die by the code. Now it says
Look, that's the people who the code came from. If the code came from the mob, the mafia, the Gambinos, let's keep it up. Let's keep it a buck. It comes from them. The first mafia was the Gambinos, them dudes, right? Out New York, Chicago, Vegas, you know what I mean, Atlantic City, so on and so on, right? The Gambinos, right? They was the first mafia. They had the whole rules. They had from the prohibition to the gambling to the construction, all that shit. They running all the shit, right? They start snitching, my nigga. They start the rules. They made the mob rules because they was the first mob. And then they was the first motherfuckers to snitch. So you know who made it cool to snitch? The fucking mob. Because they was the first to do it. The mob made it cool to mob.
You know what I
right?
never understood? I never understood like what I never understood is like once we started like when we started like representing that same type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like wanting to be like the mob because it was the stories we was told though. Yeah.
But it's everybody wanted to be like the mob. When crack cocaine, heroin, and all that shit hit the streets, all the black people aligned themselves and started doing business like the mob, but street business, illegal business, which was set up by the mob before crack even came in the neighborhood. The mob was selling shit. You know what I mean? So we got our hustler moves and our hustling ways and our mob ways, the mafia ways from them. So you know what I mean?
Let me read
He's
this real
right
quick.
because y'all forgot when they started selling pussy first. They opened the first Vegas. They opened all the showcases and everything else. They started the malt liquor and the liquor district and everything else. That was Maya Linsky and everything else. And then when they got to the police, that's when you had Mike and all of the rest of them with it. But what he's saying is true. But what I wanted to ask you, Yuck, right? When we talk about that movie, American Gangster, right?
Right.
There wasn't no telling until if everybody paid attention to that part. Remember when they had a little party, a little house party, and the cousin came coked up,
Right.
and the nigga fucked him up with the piano? Now,
Right.
after that, you remember when he got into a little situation and he shot his bitch and the cops was right there and they forced the nigga to put a wire on, and that's when the snitching started.
Right.
Do y'all remember that?
Right.
Nobody is paying attention to that though. Lucas didn't snitch. Frank did not snitch. His cousin started to snitch, and everybody else got in trouble because he was going down for shooting his bitch in the middle of the street. Remember?
I was talking about Nicky Barnes. Nicky Barnes snitched because niggas start fucking on this bitch. So he got emotional. You know what I mean? And it was rules, like nobody fuck on each other girls or something. With certain rules they had. And the nigga broke the rules, went against him. So he went against his nigga. But it was a bitch. It wasn't like nigga, the police enforced Nicky Barnes. The police enforced Nicky to snitch. He got emotional. He felt his crew crossed him.
Oh, Nicky Barnes was dealing with the mob direct too, though, right?
Yes,
right. Absolutely.
Yes, he was.
And he did tell because of niggas. Okay, let me
put it this way.
Also made it clear that he felt. Hold on for a second, Unruly.
Mm-hmm.
The bull also made it clear that he felt uncomfortable. He felt comfortable with dealing with the DA Gleason, right? A Bronx native, and two of the Frank Spyro and Addie Trico Rico, trusting them not to double bang me. Basically, like set him up after he said that he would agree to tell. The DA agreed that he wouldn't do that, even though he had no idea what Gravano meant by double bang. Their time that afternoon was limited, as they couldn't raise suspicions or risk having. So they worked quick in this. I didn't even know that. Having someone walk in on them, but within an hour or so, the lawmen were agog at the litany of revelations from their new witness. This nigga in an hour then told, after quickly copping to half a dozen murders, including helping gunmen rub out longtime Gambino head Paul Castellano and his driver in 1985. Gravano was asked how many people he had killed. He said about 18. I think it's 18. Could be one or more or less. Yes, I need to write them down. And you know I can't do that in MCC. MCC is the Lower Manhattan lockup where he was being held. Now, we all pause to reflect about the fact that he committed so many murders, he needed a pencil to do an exact tally, right? Who else?
Wait, Mac, and then if you remember, Mac, in the mall, when somebody snitches, they handle their own. You see what I'm saying? They deal with the snitches on their own way. You understand? So it's like I'm kind of confused on. And then when you see how the gangsters are start shit from jail and they make orders and everything from jail.
That's crazy.
Yo, mute yourself. Whoever just popped up. Anyway, let me finish reading, right? Who else? The
oh wait, Mac, you know Giuliani was the district attorney. You know that, right?
Yeah, he became.
And
Yeah,
then
he was.
became
Giuliani
right.
used to work for the U.S. I think he was a U.S. attorney at that
Yes,
point.
and then
You know
remember he knew everything about the mob too, so that's how he got in with the. You know what I mean? Like he pushed it a little bit, and they went fast. And they went fast because he knew the ins and outs of the mob.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Now, he said, who else? The prosecutor wanted to know. Anyone special on that list? Jimmy Hoffa, Debbie's brother is on it. Gravano replied, matter of factly, referring to his wife's younger sibling. I didn't even know this shit. This was a shocker to everyone in the room.
Look, that's why I had to bring this up, my nigga. You was bringing up Alpo and shit. The snitching started way before Alpo. We got to start where we got to take it where the roots started. You know what I mean?
Nasty. Right?
Yeah, Niggy Barnes told on God Fisher.
Yeah, and these are legendary gangsters. These are gangsters that have movies about them, books. You know what I mean? Legendary books, legendary movies. These guys are praised. You know what I mean? For you know what I mean? For being them guys. Yeah, they was them guys, but you know, a couple people in their pack got the snitching and took them all out. But it started out there with the mob.
And then remember, yep, it was the east side. It was like east, west, north, south. So if you was on the east side, you know what I mean, you couldn't come to the west side because that's where they ran. You know what I mean? Unless you was giving up some money, and you know how that go. So the way that it was like all four sides had to do something. So that's why when they all came together, then if you realize a Jew and an Italian couldn't even go together. Remember that?
According to Barnes, while in prison,
shit, Malasky made that happen.
He discovered that his assets were not being maintained, and the council had stopped paying his attorney fees. Barnes discovered that one of his fellow council members, Guy Fisher, right, was having an affair with Barnes' mistress. The council, now some people say that Guy Fisher owned
the Apollo.
The Apollo, yeah. Right?
Yeah, they say he had half in it. That was some of the, me doing my history and, you know, doing my homework. I found out that he had half owned in the Apollo.
Now, God, it says the council had a rule that no council member would sleep with another council member's wife or mistress. So in response, Barnes decided to become a federal informant. These niggas just like moving the goalposts, man.
What did I tell you? I told you he snitched because of the bitch. He didn't have no other reason to snitch. He snitched because of the bitch. I told you.
We know about that. We know. We definitely know.
Do you think that he did that? Yeah, in an emotional state, but then again, she know too much. So by her going to go fuck the other dude, she probably was pillow talking and telling him the moves.
That was just an excuse for him to rap.
Nah, it was rules. They had rules. They had rules in the crew. Don't fuck on a nigga girl, a side chick. Don't run off with the money. Don't do this. Don't meet up with the connect without me. They had certain rules. And the nigga Guy Fisher,
the commission.
Yeah, the commission had rules. And Guy Fisher broke the fucking rules by fucking on one of his bitches. So he felt like, okay, I'm taking everybody down.
Hold on, but listen, I'm saying that let's put this right, because Nicky Barnes was a piece of shit, right? So let's just say this, right? Let's say let's say that never even happened. He still would have ratted. He still would have told. See, let me just say this one thing, right? When niggas get put in the position, they thinking about it, you know what I'm saying? They just need to find a sufficient enough reason. I feel like that's what happened with Sammy the Bull. He talking about somebody gonna kill him. You the nigga that's killing everybody.
Facts.
Sammy the Bull is the nigga that's murking everybody. And he only
you know who nigga need to respect? The Iceman.
What? Wait. If we want to talk about the mob, right? Remember, Shy. Remember the five dudes that was in the mob. You had one nigga that was the muscle. You had one nigga that was the brains. You had one nigga that was dealing with the money. You had the other nigga that was dealing with police, and then you had the main nigga.
But hold on, let me get the floor for a second, right? we talking about right now is
I'm about to tell you.
New York motherfuckers. This is what
that's what I'm talking about.
We talking
now,
about
remember when they all
hold on for a second. We talking about New York motherfuckers. We are talking about where it started from. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that started in New York. I think it started in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? But with the mob shit. But for the most part, what I'm saying is that why is it a trend for New York motherfuckers to be celebrating these rats?
You know what, Matt? You're right. It didn't start in New York.
I don't see it. Yeah, I mean, if you go back into the mob,
I'm gonna tell you why. You're right. Because remember when that nigga got in trouble?
Hold up. When you go into the mob history, right? You go back to what was his name? Yuck, the nigga that started Vegas.
Meyer Lansky.
Not Meyer Lansky.
No, you're talking about the nigga that played on whatchamacallit, Casino.
Yeah, the Beanie.
Bugsy.
That's who I was talking about. He was another Sammy.
Bugsy Siegel.
He was another Sammy. Bugsy, he was another Sammy. But remember when he fucked up, they killed him. Remember when they shot him in his crib when he was reading the newspaper and they shot him up in his crib because he was doing too fucking much.
No, I think wait, that wasn't that Al Capone?
No, that was Bugsy.
Oh, that was Bugsy?
That was Bugsy. And then right about.
And then even speaking of that, man, we get all our tactics from them. The first drive-by shooting was the Valentine's Day massacre. And that was by the mob in Chicago when they pulled out the Tommy guns and did the drive-by was spraying shit up. So even the drive-by comes from the mob. Everything they did, we got from them. Huh?
I got a better one for you, Yuck. Remember when the nigga was making all the moves when he got locked up and he was doing 15?
Right.
And everybody was going to jail to see him to make sure, make that move. No, make that move. No, you can do that. Everything start. That's what we do. You see what I'm saying? We make hits from jail. Like, you see what I'm saying? So everything starting from there. But then getting back to you, right? Because remember when that other nigga was doing the shit with the Gambinos and then he ran? And then they told him, like, yo, you got to come back. And his homie set him up and got him locked up. And then he started snitching. And then that's how we started. And he got extradited back to New York. So it's a lot of shit. You right. Yup. Okay,
listen. Let me make this point, right? This is what I'm saying, right? It's like this. You either a rat or you not. You know what I mean? And some of these niggas just need a reason. Because if you look at all those cases, they all found a reason why they ratted. They ain't find no reason why they close their mouth. How the fuck you killed 18, 19 motherfuckers? You know what I'm saying? And then you gonna talk about you scared that somebody gonna murk you, nigga. You are the killer.
He's one of them. He was one of many. His ass, whoever he learned how to kill from, nigga, ready to kill him.
But look, you know what I mean? Same thing with Alpo and Wayne and Wayne. I was about to say Wayne Brady.
Wayne Perry.
Salute to the op, right? You Alpo had just as many bodies as Wayne Perry, and I'm gonna tell you this, right?
Allegedly,
right?
That's dry snitching too, right there.
Dry snitching like a motherfucker.
You stupid. Nah, but Grove Hero did earlier was dry snitching, bro.
Listen,
you shouldn't have said that, bro.
What were you talking about? What you talking about?
With Grove Hero from Memphis, from my hood in the Grove, where he said he was speaking about the adult. Yeah, that was straight dry snitching, bro. He shouldn't have did that, bro.
The nigga that said they put the bands on his head.
Yeah, he shouldn't even did that, man. You just gave them what they wanted, man. That's some fuck shit, bro.
Can I ask you a question?
Wait. Explain that to me, Shaw. I'm lost.
Grove Hero was on IG explaining the situation because he smacked up one of the members of CMG and was speaking on the adult situation. It was like, yo, Big Jook put 40 bands on the nigga head. Ain't that dry snitching?
That's dry snitching.
I mean, if it started a case, yeah.
At his finest.
Real quick, the Grove dude.
Nigga, he affiliated with Dog. You know what I'm saying?
You heard me, Mac?
Man.
I ain't hear you. Monster Mode. What you said?
Nah, I said, but the Grove dude put the shit on the internet from jump when he first put the started recording son, and he smacked him and all that. So he kind of brought that to the internet. He brought like the whole situation to the internet.
He ain't want no smoke in the beginning, though.
But wait. Can I ask a question?
Smoke in the beginning, man. You're not coming with your phone out.
But wait.
Somebody talking about I'm about to beat your ass, bro. Like,
wait. I got a question for all y'all, right? And I'm just asking a question, right? You're an interviewer. I'm just asking a question. I don't want to be labeled as no snitch, nothing. I'm just asking a question as we talking in the conversation. Because y'all be bugging. So listen.
That's my Rob cousin. You heard?
So listen, the little cousin. So listen, right? Let me ask you a question. Say you are an interviewer, a blogger, the police, whatever. The questions that they ask you and the answers that you giving them, do you consider that as snitching? Because you know when they put it in the paperwork, they dox it a little bit. You know what I mean?
Wait a minute.
Is that considered snitching?
Hold up. We hold that question for 1 second, right? For one quick second. Everybody chill for 1 second, right? I want you to ask that question over again because I got an answer for that, and I think everybody want to chime in on that. But I want to ask y'all this before we get to Unruly's question. What the fuck is this? Tell me what this is.
Oh, this nigga right here.
Oh shit.
Yeah, man.
Shit.
This nigga.
The fuck is Help
me. Help me.
Like, what happened to my car? It just happened to my car. And then my whole head hit the dashboard. Like it hit the
We gonna do this boy green.
It ain't nobody. People be weird as fuck. People is weird as fuck. People is weird as fuck and a motherfucker just gonna leave me out.
Is he crying?
And just gonna leave me out.
You ain't hear that sniffle?
Somebody gotta let me know what on phone number is. This is bad.
He said,
motherfuckers just don't even care.
You see these mafia niggas did? They got these niggas oh man.
My whole fucking face.
Hey, blame it on Yuck too, because now I'm giving all of that rat shit back to the mob, and I'm gonna hold you New York niggas accountable because y'all hate when somebody say
that ain't a New York nigga. That's not a New York nigga.
No, it is, Matt. These niggas shooters on the streets, but pussy in jail, bro. You know how that shit is. Ain't no guns in jail, bro. You know how the vibes be, bro.
That's a fact.
Them niggas ain't pushing that knife, my nigga.
On phone them. Hold on for a second.
Mac, let me land right quick. What I'm saying that everywhere got snitches, but the most legendary gangster snitches come from New York. That's what we're saying. The legendary, the ones that everybody look up to, make the movies and all that shit, documentaries and shit about,
New York,
all from New York.
Now, if you go back like maybe a year and a half ago, when you really first started blogging and shit, right? And you was going at TEKASHI, right?
Right.
And then you made a point. You made a point about the niggas in New York ratting and shit, and I felt some kind of way about it. So I hollered at Cuz, and I'm like, why Yuck coming? I'm like, we love Yuck in New York, man, but we didn't see me coming from an emotional perspective, right? Look, I didn't look at what you were saying. I was just getting caught up in the emotions that you said something about New York. You know what I'm saying?
No, when I said that, just saying this, the legendary gangsters, the gangster snitches, the ones that the legends, you know what I mean? All the legendary ones. There's a lot of legendary ones everywhere, but the most come from is in that New York, that tri-state area. So that's what I meant. And then TEKASHI being the biggest rapper he was, I'm like, oh, here we go again. And niggas is vouching for him. Niggas is praising him. Niggas is rolling with him. Niggas defending him. And it's like, if anybody else, nigga, we would have got, like, if it was a black nigga doing what TEKASHI did, he wouldn't have been alive.
Let's
you know what I mean? Period. So it's different standards for different people.
But wait.
Unruly. Let's go back to your original question, and don't go where you about to go, because you know what I'm saying. Don't go there. But ask that question again about the interviews and the bloggers and stuff, so we can answer that.
Okay. So my question is, once again, I ain't no motherfucking snitch. Let's get that shit clear. I'm just asking a question for the conversation. So boom. If you are a blogger, a YouTuber, whatever it is, whatever the situation is, and you are interviewer, police officer, however it is, the questions that you are asked and the answers that you give them, is that considered snitching?
Okay, stop right there.
Wait. When it's in the police department, meaning when they write it down on paper, you know sometimes police be doxing shit and all that. So I just want to know, is that considered snitching? The answers, the questions that somebody asks you when you giving them answers, is that considered snitching?
You want to answer that, yo?
I got that one, man, because they doxed the shit out of me, man.
Hold on, y'all. Before we get I'm sure it don't come from a top. I was just asking a question.
No. They try to dox the shit out of me with the whole TMZ shit. You know what I mean? So you said that the police could mix up some facts and shit. The fact that I said that I had a conversation with Suge Knight in the parking lot when I got robbed, they took that and said that I got robbed by Suge Knight. You know what I mean? So they can dox shit. Not only is that, they got fucking TMZ on speed dial. So they call TMZ and tell them I got robbed by Suge Knight. Which they said, just by me saying I was in the parking lot chilling with Suge, that somebody came from behind and robbed me. They said, oh, Suge robbed you. You get it? So they put this shit on TMZ. Everybody, oh, yuck, mouth was snitch, yuck. But Suge never went to jail. I never went to court. Nobody ever got arrested. So who snitched? You dig? But niggas will throw it out there. The police will throw it out there and niggas will run with it. But whoever caught a case that show you that the shit is fake. Suge's been locked up for hella years. When has he ever caught a new case for a yuck mouth robbery? I'll wait.
Right.
But the police will throw some shit out there because they wanted Suge. They wanted Suge bad, my nigga. They wanted him bad. They was talking about raiding his mama house or grandma house in Compton, right?
And just to be fair, like Suge wasn't the boogeyman. You know what I'm saying? Like if they, you know what I mean? Like,
bro, they wanted this nigga, man. They said it. I didn't make a statement that night, right? They said I made a statement and took it to TMZ. They made their own statements. So they kept on calling me, even after they made their statement to TMZ saying that I said Suge Knight robbed me. They kept calling me to make a statement. I'm like, nigga, you already went to fucking TMZ and said some fake shit, nigga. There's no need to make a statement. Well, if you don't come down here and make a statement, we're about to raid Suge Knight's mama house in Compton. So I called Suge. I'm like, Suge, they want me to come down and make a statement. What you want me to do? Suge like, go down there and holler at him. Period. So after talking to Suge, I went and made a statement. After they threatened to arrest him.
And you see the difference? You went and called him. You see the difference? You went and called him and put him on and told him what was going on. And he told you, look, go down there and talk to them. That's different. But now you see that's on the police end. Now, Mac, this is for you. You, as a blogger, and you interview somebody and you ask them questions. And the answers they're giving you, are you going to sit back behind this motherfucking YouTube or computer and be like, damn, this nigga snitching? Or is it, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm going to keep it real. The way I operate, you got to think. Look at my interviews. I've done dozens of interviews with known gangsters. You know what I'm saying? But known gangsters. I've told the stories about known gangsters, but the difference is that we talk about things that's out there already, that's public and known. And I always warn motherfuckers, when you get up on here, you got to realize that anybody could be watching. You know what I'm saying? That's a lie. But when it comes down to interviews, you got to think like this, right? Check this out. When people do interviews that's not live, we go and edit those videos down. So ultimately, the people that's handling the video put out what type of information that they want. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know what I'm saying? It's a difference in doing a live. When it's a controlled video, we go edit the video. We put out the pieces that we want the people to see. So, and 9 out of 10 times, we let the person know that we interviewing, how we going to title it and shit like that. Sometimes it's not important. You feel me? But for the most part, if you know what I mean, like when we talk of spicy topics, I'm always advise nigga, don't rat on yourself and don't incriminate yourself on no shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Matt,
but all right, so I'm sorry.
Let me say something real quick. It's about the detail too within the answers, right? Like it's about the detail, because you can say, yo, I've killed before. And then you can say, yo, I killed this dude when I was 12 years old, named Jermaine, on this block.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's about the detail.
Yeah.
That's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can answer
however, when you say it like that, right?
You want to
Matt,
say
it's some. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, it's Kensu. I want to chime in real quick on this. Less is better. Less is more.
Less is best.
That like as a person that I'm from Flint, Michigan, and all I can say is my name ring bells, and I learned that the less is more, because the more you say, the more somebody want to come and test that.
That's a fact.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, and then not like Mac said, you don't know who listening. Like I was on somebody else's panel. I ain't gonna name drop or nothing. But I was on somebody's panel, and literally they text me like, yo, was you on this person's show? Because I was on a radio show freestyling, and they didn't realize it was me until they heard like my name. And I'm like, you never know who's watching. So saying something like, even if you don't say the names, you don't get the details, the fact you trying to glorify it, you don't know if I'm connected to the person you're talking about. I might come and see you about that.
Right, Kay. And I've got that because I've been on panels with Matt, and you see people you don't see me unless I first come on here, but you see I'm under this. Yeah, I can go and I can do that. But they like, yo, I know that voice. So I understand what you're saying about that. So that's why I asked if it's sometimes some things like, okay, y'all both have the same answers.
Okay,
y'all both.
Now let me land
like this. If they got
let me land right quick. You being the motherfucking moderator of your interviews, you could not ask those questions. Me, I choose not to go there and be on no Vlad, you know what I mean? First 48 type of interviews, you know what I mean? But you got interviews where a motherfucker will go there. I had a couple situations. One where JT the bigger figure start dissing all the Thiz niggas, and you know what I mean, Mac Dre and all types of people, Mac Dre daughter, and niggas got mad at me. You know what I mean? Like niggas want to smoke with me because of the interview. So you can't interview some people that could say some shit. You know what I mean? Not actually snitching, but you know, on some beef shit or some smoke shit, and I have you in the smoke. You know what I mean?
As an interviewer, did you? The problem is, and it's the same thing on Clubhouse. You as a moderator, or you as the person that's giving that interview, when you see somebody or when you hear somebody getting reckless, that's when you were supposed to, hey, bro.
Yeah. And that's exactly what I did. That's exactly what I did. That's exactly what I did. But he was like, that's what I did. But he kept going.